All right, folks, let's talk about bot protection using the NetScaler web application firewall. What we want to do is go into security. We want to make sure that NetScaler bot management is turned on. You need to create a profile. Now, let me just show you something here. If you try, let's call this bot profile signature. We'll go to the signatures in just a second. We can say drop. Drop. I think the default is drop. Yeah, the default is drop anyhow. For these, we're just filling out the profile. Okay. Now this is where client IP expression, if it's left blank, what happens? You get an ambiguous argument value. I'm not sure why. I tried different things. Select client IP source, create. You still get the ambiguous value. So the way to resolve this, the way I found to resolve this is to close this up, cancel that, and use the CLI. So what you'll do is you'll go to the profiles, right? Yeah, you'll go to the CLI, log in, and this is what you're going to type in. You're going to add bot profile, give your profile name. I call mine bot underscore block all underscore profile because I'm going to block all bots. We'll look at the signature in just a second because in the signature file, you need to clone the original signature file and modify it, but I'll show you that in just a second. But this is how you get it set up. So, the signature is the signature file. In my case, the signature file is block all underscore bot underscore signatures.json. Dash area URL, and this is the area URL. So you could actually create your own URL for where the error should go, right? For blocking bots. I just have it going to the home page, but certainly you could have a different thing. The trap URL, I guess, not sure. This is just, you got to have some kind of trap URL. Whitelist is on, blacklist is on, rate limit is on, device fingerprint is on, device fingerprint action is drop, IP reputation is on, and trap is on. Add cookie flags secure. Add cookie flags is secure. So this is, just do this. If you do this, it will create the policy, the profile, I should say, the profile, as you can see. This is what I used, and there's the profile that I created using the CLI. Once you have that profile, then you can go to the policies and you can click on the policy and you want to add. And what you'll do is when you add the policy, you give it a name. You'll select the expression like, so when do you want this policy to be triggered? And in my case, I only want it to be triggered on this website. Now, of course, I could say true if I want to block all bots. And maybe, and actually in this case, because the content switch could support multiple websites behind it, probably the best case scenario or the best practice would be just make this true. But since I only have this one website there, I've specified it. So you can specify it or you could say true, so it'll always be enabled. And the policy, of course, the profile, of course, is what we created earlier. This profile, you click select it, and that's how you create the policy. Yeah, because you got the profile, the policy. Now you have to bind this in Policy Manager. Again, you're going to go Policy Manager, Content Switch, or wherever you want to bind it. Pick the virtual content virtual switch and bind it there. So that's where it's bound. If we go look at my traffic management, content switching, virtual server, let's look at what's bound here. Edit. You can see that on the, here we go, we've got the responder policy, which I covered in another video, which blocks curl and wget request. The web application firewall policy, which I covered in a different video, and the bot management policy, which we just did. We just bound it. We're just talking about that now. Bound it. So okay, bam. Yeah. Bot management. Okay, boom. So under security, the very first thing you need to do is go into securities, into NetScaler bot management, signatures, select the default signatures and clone it. Okay, when you clone it, so let's just do it. Let's just do it real quick. When you clone it, you're going to get all of the signatures that are there. Okay, what you need to do is do a select all, copy, bring it to a text editor, and you'll see all of the bots that are defined in how can I all the bots that are defined in the signatures. Okay, now some of them, wow, there's I think 96 or so right now. Bad bot. See, here's a good bot. The bad bots are dropped. They're dropping. This is a good bot. AddThis.com is considered a good bot by Citrix, and it's not dropped, right? But what you want to do is do a search and replace. You're looking for. You would be looking for. Hang on. Let's do this the right way. Drop false. Wherever drop false is, copy that. Wherever drop false is, we want to make it drop true. Okay, and then replace all. So you do that, replace all, so that all bots will be dropped. Okay, then select. Whoops, what happened? I think I somehow killed it. Anyway, select all, put it here, paste it in. Oops. So it didn't. Anyways, that's what you do. Paste it here. I crashed. Somehow the Sublime Text crashed. Oh, here it is. Select all, copy, paste it in here. Okay, and then create. Oh, this is let's just call it new. I'm gonna delete this one, but whatever you want to name it. You want to give it names that make sense to you. So now we have the default signatures. We have the signatures that I cloned this previously and did the same thing where I made everything made drop true for everything. Okay, don't save. We can delete this, delete it, because it's just right. So that's the first thing you really want to do is come in here, create the signature, clone the signatures, modify it however you want. Perhaps you want to allow some traffic, some bot traffic, but perhaps you don't want to allow any bot traffic. Just disable all bot traffic. That's what this does. We've bound it to the content switch. Now, how can we test it? In Firefox here, I've got a extension called User Agent Switcher, and what I can do is switch to a Google bot. So now I'm going to hit this website as a Google bot. Watch what happens. Boom, connection failed. Let me switch to a Twitter bot. Connection failed. Let me switch to a Facebook bot. Connection failed. Since we've already set up the curl and wget stuff, let's try curl as coming in as a curl agent. It's blocked, right? So just to show you that it is working, let's switch to, I'm a Mac user, works. So using this extension is a really quick way to test that the security features that we enabled blocking all bots is working. What's PlayStation 5? It should work. This should work. Yeah, PlayStation 5 is going to work. I'm not sure why what is it, other? Oh, that's why they put it in other. Yeah, but as you know, curl and wget are blocked. All of the bots are blocked. Normal, websites, web agents are not blocked. So that is how we very quickly enable bot protection from all bots. So like I said, let's recap. Under NetScaler bot management, first go to make sure it's enabled. Go to signatures, duplicate the default signatures, modify it how you want. Then go to policies. Well, actually, you can't do it from policies. Do the policy as I described using the CLI. Then create the policy. Yeah, the policy, and that's it. Right? Is there anything? And then bind it to where you need to bind it. Okay. Yeah. When you create the policy, you're going to bind the profile. So and then you're all set. Then you bind the policy to the endpoint, in this case, the content switch. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that explains everything. Quite simple. It really depends upon what you're trying to protect, but this way you can at least eliminate bot traffic to your website. All right. Thanks for watching. This has been Joe from N90X. Stay tuned for the next video.